Right, well, I'll leave you two to it then.
Thank you, Michael. Please.
Thank you.
Ready when you are.
Well, we can't really start without passing comment on the situation in Egypt and the international response.
Why?
Huge demonstrations on the streets of London. Eden caving in to international pressure and calling a ceasefire. You don't think it's a pretty significant moment for your country?
Well, perhaps, but I'm not going to pass comment on that.
Why not?
It's not my job. It's not what members of the royal family do.
But you must have thoughts about it.
Of course. I'm not a vegetable, but my thoughts on issues like that remain a private matter.
One can't help wondering where it leaves Britain's place in the world.
Oh, I'm sure Britain will be fine.
No, the view from over here is that Britain has been publicly humiliated.
Oh.
As someone with surprisingly progressive views, that must concern you.
I have progressive views.
You don't think that you do? Televising the coronation? Advocating modernization?
That's just common sense.
If you're a progressive, one prepared to make changes.
Well, let's just say that I learned very early on that it's wise not to take things for granted.
You're referring to your family. How they had to leave Greece in the revolution. Your grandfather was shot. Your father fled to avoid being shot.
Yes, correct.
Well, you see, there's so much that people don't really know about you.
I can assure you it's all been rather embellished. The truth is really quite dull.
Oh. How you personally fled Corfu in an orange crate. And then in childhood, in exile, always on the move.
Exile is too strong a word, too emotional. Just how it was for everyone. Just got on with it.
But it can't have been easy. Was the trauma of being in exile what brought on your mother's illness, do you think?
What illness?
Well, the information I have is that she suffered a breakdown.
Things weren't easy for her. But she got on with it.
But she was taken away, wasn't she? To an institution. And then your father promptly abandoned the family, ran off with his mistress?
I don't know what you've been reading or who you've been speaking to, but both my mother and my father played very active roles in all their children's lives.
So it isn't true that you didn't see your father for the last 6 years of his life?
I think if we're to remain friends, we really should move on.
All right. May I ask you about your education?
Sir.
Sir.
What about it?
That was pretty unusual, too.
I went to boarding school in Britain. I don't see what's unusual about that.
For a while, but then you were taken out of there and sent to school in Germany.
Because my sisters live there.
Your Nazi sisters.
Christ.
One of whom was married to a close personal friend of Hitler's.
I was at school in Germany for less than a year before I returned to the United Kingdom. What point are you trying to make here? I think it's pretty clear which side I was on. My record in the war speaks for itself.
I'm simply saying that your background is so much more interesting and complex than people might imagine.
Do they imagine anything?
I think people are curious. Here is this striking, handsome man, walking beside the most famous woman in the world. Who is he?
Well, I hate to disappoint. But he really is just a normal man in what from the outside probably looks like rather a strange life, but from the inside really is no different to anyone else's.
I don't think there's anything about you that's like anyone else. From a young age, you were effectively orphaned. Your favorite sister, Cecile, also a Nazi, died in a plane crash.
Yeah, I really think we should move on
What
now.
kind of impact does that have on a man? That's the kind of trauma that will doubtless have a bearing on how your own children and the future King of England are brought up.
It's enough.
I think people have a right to know about their leaders, don't you? Especially ones that can't be thrown out with free and fair elections.